Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Tales of Elordial, A Wound in the Wind, Part 2. Everything you need is in the description if you want to find any of the materials we use. Let's get into it.
As you're saying that, Sand, in costume, just like hastily thrown up, comes and runs up on stage and goes, "And me!" and bows. Not his name, and me.
Okay. Felix kind of gives a small look of disdain, raises his hand, and creates another blast of confetti around him. Considering doing something very different, he gives him this moment to shine and is like, "Do not miss the opportunity of a lifetime, boys, girls, gentlemen, ladies, all shapes and sizes. Join us." And he kind of sweeps his way back into the curtain.
Applause starts ringing out. Then people are kind of sitting in their seat.
He also drags Sand by the collar to make sure that he leaves.
yeah, Sand literally has to be dragged.
Yeah.
And as you walk backstage, Paul is just looking at you and she's like, "You do know the play doesn't start for like another 2 hours, right?"
Well, good to get their hopes up.
Marketing.
Exactly. You know, I could teach you a few things. If you just let me.
I'm sure you could.
Not that you need it. And he kind of, it's just them. He still flourishes his cape and walks back into the costume tent.
So, as this festival is drawing on, we are going to go to some festival music.
I'm not going to do that.
Stop. So, as everyone from the village is now out and about and enjoying these festivities, you flinch back a little bit as you pass some places where there's actively iron and mistletoe about. And slowly, the stage is completed. Sand, sweating, begins to panic. There's all sorts of festival games and things. There's people you wanting to engage in any of that, or just sort of heading on to the play.
Felix is going to buy Sand a single drink to try to calm his nerves.
Okay.
You look like you're turning a shade of white I've never seen in my life. Another moment and you might fall over. Get some liquid courage into you.
Just kind of throws it back.
I like it.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just kind of doing a breathing exercise that Paul has showed him ages ago that he always does.
Yeah, slower.
Juniper, you see Burro now at this point has come out from the fort and is moving around, and everyone in the village loves him. The kids in particular. He's this big, friendly, kind of bear-like man, and went against the idea of the bear, thought maybe that's a bit too frightening, and instead has gone for some kind of giant cow. So he's just kind of, where he has his like hairy limbs, seems to have like rubbed clay into it to make like cow spots. He's put this big nose on. It's not that well made or anything, but he just looks like a giant walking cow. And all the kids are just loving it, and they're all running over to him like, "Burro," and he's like, "Yes." Like really enjoying it, but in his very slow, calm kind of way. Terrence, on the other hand, is out standing around tapping his foot frantically, and finally, after a while, sees you and goes, "Nice." Did you find out about the shipment?
Yes, it is still on its way.
Right.
Not quite done yet.
Right.
Same as yesterday, same as the day before.
Well, I hope he's getting a move on and he's not prioritizing other things like that mill or anything else that needs to be, well, not needs to be done. Nothing is quite as important as the king's edict. And I am blessed to be bringing that here. Oh, sorry, you're still here. Just make sure you keep an eye out. There's a lot of strange creatures about.
So, had another run-in with Juniper, did we, this morning?
Hardly. No, of course not. She'll come around. as a Buro. They must see the value of my hosting, and King Tayuka's word, it'll happen, they'll come around. Just kind of glances across the crowd at Juniper, and eyes go narrow.
May I suggest Hitler's
Just staring at
fishing?
That's
You catch more flies with honey than vinegar.
But I'm not trying to catch a fly. I'm trying to catch a log of wood. Lots of them.
Very true. Very true. Hadn't thought of that.
And you can't catch those without an axe. You should really start carrying axes instead. That might have made that metaphor work better. Well, just keep an eye out on everything.
Aye, sir.
Those furbolg have been getting mighty rowdy. You know, can never be too careful. Then he just kind of stands there awkwardly next to you.
Well, I might go and inquire with Bilfred on the order again, then.
Yes, of course. Excellent planning. You get on that.
Okay.
You see, he does start to kind of tap to the rhythm a bit, and then shakes his head.
I give him a bow and turn and walk away.
Yeah. As you're walking away, you see Emmett and Fenelon.
And straight to them.
They are they're going around. Emmett's trying desperately to win the strength thing to try to get some kind of I'll say sewn together kind of doll for Fenelon. She just looks at you and goes, I don't even like the doll, but this is quite sweet.
How's he done?
The thing goes, woo, just about halfway, and then falls back down. She goes, it's pretty much the highest he's gotten.
Come on, Emmett, you can do it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Barely hit the thing.
Yeah. I think I'm getting there. Do you find yourself amid all this festivities and craziness?
Yeah.
Nothing like what you've seen in your time yet.
No. So I'm going to try and find something to eat.
Something to eat?
A cart that sells, obviously there's
Yeah.
going to be food.
So there's Hugh's cart is rolling up and there's food there. There's some tarts and things on the side. As bizarre as that is, every time you look for something in this cart, he seems to have some. Then otherwise there's lots and lots there is so much corn whiskey here. It's the kind of party where, there's the occasional 12-year-old who's maybe managed to sneak some from somewhere and is pretty drunk from their one sip of it. And then there's also, the adults are bursting with laughter as they've had a fair bit. Otherwise, there's sweetbreads and things like that. There's a lot of corn, because that's pretty much what's farmed here. But there's sweetbreads, fruits, all sorts of things.
Tarts.
Tarts?
Yes.
All right, so you approach the cart, and Hugh, looking around, are you trying to sneak up, or are you just walking?
Yeah, I'll be sneaking up to get a tart.
Go for it. You're trying to steal a tart?
Oh, yeah. Ooh. 10.
10. So as you approach, you go to grab a tart, and because of how precariously packed this wagon is, as you pull it out, you just hear this as all these things fall down, his head just goes, huh? Hello there, miss. Can I interest you in that tart there?
Yes.
Right. It's a great custom you got.
Yes.
Well, got coin? Or... I accept trade as well. Anything you want, really. It's a tart. Just something.
What will you trade me for?
Oh, your life? No, kidding. I don't know. Got something in your hair? I see some little twigs.
I will trade you a twig.
Well, maybe more than a twig, but I don't know.
A twig. For a tart.
Right. Just, I guess, an intimidation check.
Wide-eyed.
I don't know.
Big old...
Oh my god.
You will take this twig.
Right. I'm sure it's a wonderful twig then, hey?
It is a good twig.
I'll enjoy it.
I'm taking another tart.
Yeah, of course you are. Why not? It's Vernalia. Enjoy the festival. Enjoy my twig.
It is a special twig.
Starts like waving it around, seeing if it does something.
Did you knock? What happened? Did you knock the thing over?
Just like made a whole bunch of things cascade down.
She grabbed the bottom one instead of the top one.
Yeah, I did.
Never mind.
Because I was like,
I rolled in that one. No idea.
I have two
Maybe
touch.
Jack is the win.
I don't know what's happened. Character dice, they can't fail me.
My character dice are doing very well for me. Thank you. I back into an alcove and eat my tarts. And they're heavenly,
Cool.
I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're pretty good.
For you at least.
Going to poison me, I don't know.
Yeah. No, they're pretty damn good. Especially, it's been a while since you've had food
It's so
like
long.
that.
I said, food.
Juniper, you have one of the farmers, a farmhand from Landown Farm outside town, where Emmett works as a kind of guard protector type. Comes up to you and goes, "My lady Juniper,
Yeah.
so we've been having some issues. A whole bunch of bread went missing, just like a couple of loaves.
Okay.
I don't want to accuse anyone in the village of having, stolen something, but
Who are we thinking?
I don't think we're accusing anyone.
Right.
Well, there's been a lot of outsiders brought in.
Yeah,
At this, another person nearby sits up, Bella Thessarian. She's another villager. All these outsiders, they're trouble. You mark my words. I lost Jeremy, my goat.
Oh,
He went missing.
I have no doubt that it was an outsider that did that.
Yeah, I think that knives. He's got the whole devil thing, and they use goats in their rituals and.
Do you know that for a fact, or did you see him do that?
Of course not. He's sneaky.
Yeah. Well, I don't trust these outsiders either, but I think we should probably look into it a bit more.
Well, of course, and I will trust you absolutely.
Yeah, I'll keep
to find
an
the
eye on
culprit.
it. Yeah.
Just when he kind of nods across the crowd at him. When it's him. Do you remember I said so, right?
I'm gonna keep my eye on him.
Good. The farmhand goes, okay. Do you think he took the bread too?
Maybe.
Okay. And you're going to deal with it? I don't need to go.
I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna do it. Don't even worry
He's a bit
about
scary.
it.
I didn't. He's got
I
swords.
know.
While they're talking about me and watching me, I think it's my turn for the strength.
Yeah. Go for it.
Just the strength?
Wow.
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
Because it was one arm.
Still pretty good. Still pretty good. Boom. Better than any that Emmett had done. So still, and just kind of flinches back. Okay. Well, thank you. Goes walking away. Great. So the evening draws on, engaging in the festivities. Emmett and Fenelon draw you to a seat that is being sort of on the green. There's no actual seats, just everyone's sort of sitting cross-legged on the green as the sun begins to set and Suravite's glow dims on the horizon. It becomes time. Time for the play draws closer. And Paula looks at you and goes, you nearly said my intro word for word. Just earlier.
Well, it was well written.
I didn't think you read it. I thought you just were always going to, make up your own grand performance.
Well, look. Sand is, I'll put it as it is, he's a bit incompetent. But he's got the right mindset. It's good to know what the other actors are doing.
All right. Well, I guess you can introduce it again then.
It would be my pleasure. He doesn't even change his outfit. He just kind of brushes it off.
Yep.
I'm guessing he says the same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably pretty much does.
Yeah.
As you're coming off, like, finishing that up, she just mouths at you, "Do it, Deacon. The name of the play."
Oh, right. Okay. I think he's going to take his loot with him.
Okay. Yeah.
This is...
Yeah, cool.
That's Felix. Cool. Unless I'm going to go over all the same.
No.
He makes the same presentation, this time getting the name, remembering what the actual play is called.
Do Ethigan.
Do Ethigan.
Yep. By E.A. Post.
Yeah. And he dazzles and delights. Probably less of the magical display. Oh no, he's got his loot in hand.
No.
He makes a few minor image explosions, some shocks of confetti and light, just to kind of, mostly around the kids to get them excited about what's going to take place. Yeah. And as it draws on, he does a big flourish and bow. He's going to take a quick second to just survey who's in the audience, at least any faces that he might recognize.
You see, I'm assuming are you staying in the audience?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you see most of the familiar faces. Hugh is absolutely watching. He's like front and center, like looking all kind of excited to be there. Yeah. Bulro is sort of in the middle with as many people around him as possible, and you can see him clearly because he's like a head taller than everyone else in the village.
Yeah.
And Knives, I don't know if you've ever met Emmett or Fenelon, maybe seen them around, but Knives sticks out.
Yeah.
As everyone's gathering on the green to watch this play, what is your character doing?
Going to go and look at the doors and what they've done with the iron above that. I don't understand.
Okay, so you're not gathering around to see the spectacle with all the magic and stuff that was happening there?
Yeah, but I want to do that on the way.
Okay, so you're...
So it'll be like, just want to look at them and then go and have a look. But I'll stand in the back for the play.
Sure.
Like, kind of hidden.
I'm going to get you to make a religion check for me. What is with your rolls?
19.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
You've...
So painful.
These are signs used to ward away Fae.
That's what I was.
Iron over a door is supposed to mean you cannot pass through it. Mistletoe is supposed to mean you cannot pass under it. Lots of signs to ward away Fae. And with that 19, Venalia and all of the equinoxes and the other one, solstices, are times of power for the Fae. So this is basically a festival for warding Fae away.
I'll go and watch the play.
Were you hiding or just kind of sticking to the back?
I'll just stand at the back.
Okay.
I feel like I don't need
There's a lot of people dressed as like different looking things.
Yeah.
So maybe roll a perception check if you
I did.
want.
It was a 13. And I'm just trying to see if I noticed.
I'm not hiding, I'm just standing.
Yeah, I'd probably say because of the distance,
Yeah.
you maybe
Kind of
notice
blends in
something's
a
a bit
bit.
weird, but you're not like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd find it weird, but I
You maybe
imagine-
just think it's a great costume.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I was looking for, but
Yeah.
I think it's a bit hard to tell from the distance.
Yeah.
He takes in the people that he's familiar with, takes in whatever information. At the very end, he kind of looks over at Juniper and does a little tip of the hat,
Yeah.
and then walks back to back behind the stage.
Yeah. All right. So, with it announced, and everyone's seated, silence comes over the crowd slowly as the curtains draw. The play is a comedy. It centers around a performing troupe played by the three male actors, Felix here, Sand, and Dominic, who are travelling to perform in the court of the Fairy Queen and get into all kinds of trouble on the way. In one court, the handsome bearded actor gets into trouble for sleeping with a princess and they are all forced to flee after the queen comes after them. In another, they find themselves in a swamp, forced to perform and dance for an evil hag who threatens to eat them if they ever stop dancing. They get away by singing her a lullaby that causes her to drift off to sleep. Later, in a wide open plain, they find sentient fanged horses, because horses have teeth, that can't stand the sound of pan flutes, which they use in a desperate attempt to escape them as well. The musical accompaniment to the play, largely played by Paula, and when she can't play it, enchanted by Paula, who's something of a spellcaster as well, is almost as good and ridiculous as the performance itself. Driving, danceable music of fiddles, lyres, and pan flutes. You probably get involved in a couple of little bits as well. No. At times, the audience get up and dance along, if any of you wanted to dance.
I would be dancing.
Yeah, so you absolutely see this person, a great costume, dancing away.
I think he would admire and try to put together what the costume is actually supposed to be. The peculiarity of it has grabbed his attention.
Yeah, okay. You know what? You could make an intelligence check to see if you recognize the creature. And I say an intelligence is in pick a skill.
So whichever intelligence, yeah.
It'd be like religion would work, history would work.
I have investigation.
Less so.
Yeah, that's all I got. So just straight intelligence.
Yeah.
That is a 13.
13? Okay. You've heard of fauns and satyrs before. There's lots of people around dressed as them. This is just a really, really good costume of a satyr.
Okay.
Yeah.
He kind of, in the midst of playing this music and this
Like
dance,
I think
he
you're
kind
standing
of
there going.
Yeah.
slyly into it. Yeah, he's kind of matching rhythms and just kind of admiring from afar.
Yeah. Emmett and Fenelon are getting super into the play. Emmett in particular is just enamored by the whole journey. He's like, I want to do this. Maybe less horses, but I want to do this. And yeah, I don't know how you guys are all feeling about it, but it's good so far. I'll get you to make a performance check, actually.
See how
I'm
you
acting.
do.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Shockingly,
You
I
are
have a feat that gives me advantage if I'm acting.
That's an active feat.
So there's a reason.
Okay.
Total, that is a 24.
24.
Natural
Performance is
17.
fucking good. Very, very good performance. In particular, the bearded man, who,
Noisy.
you know, I don't know that you like particularly if you've even noticed him much before, but he's damn good at what he does.
I respect it.
Um,
I'm not dancing though.
They jingle like bells.
They
I want them.
having some dice envy over here.
Spent a lot of money on my character dice.
On the surface, the play is light, fluffy, meaningless fun. But part of the reason you liked it is that it slowly becomes apparent to the audience there is something sinister happening. As the troupe approaches the court, slowly the reactions to their performances become different. People stop laughing, stop having fun, instead looking on and closing doors to them. Rather than the wild, danceable music of before, it becomes sinister and repetitive and almost boring, the music. The shift in the crowd is palpable. People return to their seats. By the time they reach the Fairy Queen's palace, the curtains of the stage have been drawn nearly shut, revealing only the centre third of the stage, creating a strange, oppressive feeling. Cold wisps flow from the left edge, which you can see as Paula just kind of minor illusioning and you flicking it out whenever you can to create it, while tongues of fire lick out from behind the right. In the Queen's court, they perform their song. She claps and laughs appropriately, and the characters are showered with praise. It seems a return to normal. The curtains draw back some, though not all of the way, and they party. Then they set out back home. The creature, or the person that walks on stage, I'm going to get you to make a perception check for me as the Queen comes on stage.
14.
It's a fairly inaccurate depiction of Titania. Looks pretty human. It's got like orange hair and stuff. It's like, Doesn't really look that much like her. But the journey is different on the return. The princess whom the bearded performer slept with is married and no longer dances at balls or sings. The hag who made them dance simply just tries to kill them and eat them, and they barely all escape with their lives. The fanged horses are no longer fanged and seem to just neigh and walk about as a normal horse would. The curtains draw tighter and tighter, like walls closing in around them. There are still jokes, but they become darker, edgier. This all culminates in one of the three actors standing atop a scaffolding, declaiming that with the right song, he can fly. Dominic stands atop the scaffold, declaims that with the right song, he can fly, and leaps off. And the lights drop. The sound effect that you make is a reasonably amusing thunk, but only one crass old man and anyone else who'd laugh at that, after you guys, laughs. The remaining two characters walk on. In center stage, a little gravestone reads, "Here lies Braith, who thought he was a songbird." He wasn't. The curtains draw tighter and tighter till only a space of a few feet remains. The two remaining troopers sit around a campfire. And I'm sorry, but you don't have the script here, so I'm not going to talk for you. Sand, Edda, sits opposite you at the fire, being conjured up by Paula, so it doesn't actually set stage on fire. What do you think happened to us? When did we stop being funny?
I think the more you see of the world, the more you realize that its hilariosities are quite deep. And as the years continue, as the years pass, you grow a bit more sentimental, a bit more impervious to its charms. Fun and games are only as good as they can last, but one day you have to wake up to life. We cannot be boys forever.
He nods solemnly. The two of you sit together in silence for a bit, the fire burning lower, and then the curtains draw shut for a brief intermission. As you sort of go backstage, readying yourself for the next part, just, touching up your costume and something, you feel a tap on your shoulder. You don't turn around. Doesn't seem weird to you that you don't, but you don't. Then you hear Dominic's voice.
Felix, my boy, just a quick update to the script here.
It's pretty close, it's just a few edits and such.
What does Felix think of the changes, I guess?
They seem pretty good. Just a couple of little quick edits based on a couple of improvisations that you did.
Yeah.
They all seem to make sense. Your next scene's a song, so it's just a couple of little lyrical changes, basically,
Right.
to make it flow a bit better with the story because you improvised a little, and I was like, Paula just quickly updated it.
This works.
Okay.
Right, give me a moment.
As you're reading it over, now you do get to turn around and you can see Dominic standing there.
How's the fall?
You look down, his wrist is actually bent a bit.
I think I broke my wrist.
That's a slight concern.
It's fine, I've had worse injuries. Did I ever tell you about the time that I was doing this?
It's
lines to learn. Limited time,
Of course, I understand what it's like when you're a new actor and you need to read them before you walk on stage.
Of course.
Yes.
And I am all for your tutelage, but I must take my time,
I understand. Just ask me if you need anything at all.
Yes, no worries. Good to see you. Clap on her, not on that head. Good luck, sir. And he walk off.
So, there's this brief intermission. Some snacks are brought around. And then the scene starts with you singing before the curtains draw open. I'm not going to make it sing.
I was going to say,
I'll get you to make a performance check for this.
Yeah.
And do you have... I think we agreed that voice is an instrument, didn't we? Yeah. So in this case, this is absolutely advantage.
Cool.
Because you have proficiency in both voice
just leave
and
these out,
performance.
Advantage with proficiency.
Yep.
Luckily, very good. That's an 11.
An 11?
It's 2 bad rolls, but...
That's okay. So, a beautiful masculine voice begins to ring out in a language that only one of you speaks. To the rest of you, you get this feeling of loss and kind of, it's bittersweet. It's not so much about anything other than loss. You hear words about a lost home and a very bitter, bitter man blaming everyone but themselves. This narrator has lost something and accepts no responsibility for it. The curtains draw to you singing, sitting alone. The words hang in the air, melodious, beautiful and sad. The backing music swells with it, the dance music turning into a harmony of beautiful strings. And as the song reaches its peak, a note of discord enters. You think what you're doing is entirely normal. But as you begin to sing these new changes to the script, rather than the beautiful flowing Sylvan, guttural, harsh sounds that you don't understand begin to enter. But you do.
I thought you got rid of it. Yes.
If, as you're hearing this singing, these like guttural crunching noises start to come through, it seems strange to... I'll get you to make an insight check. All of you, except you.
I might roll another 0.
Yes.
All right. Nat?
8.
10.
10?
9.
Oh my god.
Hang on. Oh, that's a 13.
Sounds terrible.
You notice a few beads of sweat. Haven't seen that before. His performance was stellar. Now there's a bit of a shake and beads of sweat. You start to become aware, this isn't the song. This isn't even the changes I read. What am I singing? These guttural noises come forth. Back into the singing. You're looking up. It's getting weird even to you. Buro's kind of narrowing his eyes, looking up. As you reach a fever pitch, growing more and more and more frantic in your sounds, the guttural sounds start to choke off your notes and turn them into these deep, rumbling growls. The backing music diminishes down to a single pure note and then splits, vibrating through the air in a horrible dissonance. All of you instinctively grab your ears as you feel this dissonance rip through you, in your stomach, in your bones, vibrating every single part of you.
Do I see Dominic anywhere?
No, he's not on stage.
I would have been walking forward.
You can't. You're like shuddering, shaking under this. I'll get you to make a Constitution saving throw if you want.
I was going to say before that, when he stopped speaking, Sylvan, I would have started walking forward.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can start moving forward as...
13.
So you're up closer to the stage.
Like halfway.
Yeah.
Near the big cow.
And then, you've collapsed down near the stage as a wave of nausea washes over all of you and hot blood begins to run down your hands from out of your ears, down the sides of your face, and then even through the palms clasped against your ears. You hear a rending tear, like thousands of bones and shattering glass punch into you, and you're all thrown to the ground. Your head spinning, unable to see. As the world swims back to you, and you look around, you see, slumped against the stage, you're still standing there. You're the only one who doesn't get knocked to the ground.
Right. Then I'm out of control of this.
You collapse down. Now, the song over. Deeply aware that that's not what you were meant to see.
I just drop the loot. And then I look for Dominic.
You see, in the front row, no, you look around, make a perception check. You're looking for Dominic.
11.
11? You can't see him anywhere.
Wait, sorry, 13.
13?
-2 wisdom, but not perception.
You see him. You're sort of scanning around. You look over your shoulder and you see him backstage, leaning against a wall, like blood running out of his ears. And then as you whip back around, Juniper, you look as Burro, friend for a long time, looks wide-eyed upwards and points a hand up. Eyes wide, pupils dilated, mouth agape. And as you all follow his finger, those of you who see him looking up, your mind reels. Where once there was a sky, there is a hole, edged with pink crystalline structures, purple and black undulating within it. Erupting from it are shards of crystal, raining down towards you, some the size of hailstones to some 20 feet in diameter. Suravite's last rays glint off their sharp edges as night falls and crystals descend towards you.
Holy...
What are you all doing? So, you have only moments to react. Burro immediately stands up.
All right, be calm, everyone. To the fort. We must move now.
What are you all doing?
I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Okay, excellent.
I turn to Emmett and Fenelon and just get the children to safety, get everyone out.
Yeah. I'm also going to help the crowd move to their safety.
Yeah, all right. I'll get you to just make a persuasion check because you see the crowd is starting to get pretty frantic. Children are screaming. As you say that, Emmett is going to help you make it with advantage. Fenelon looks at you and goes,
22.
Dad's still at the forge. He doesn't know what's happening. And she just bolts. Emmett goes, Fenelon! And then looks to you, torn between what to do. And what'd you get?
22.
22, very nice. You and Burro begin to sort of corral people and get them moving. Burro goes, get them to the fort. It's solid stone, it'll be safe. What are you doing?
Straight to him. In Sylvan, what did you do?
He takes a second. I didn't do
You
this.
did this, what did you do?
I don't know. Is there, so what is it, like crystals raining from the sky?
So right now, it's like, think the classic like mushroom cloud thing.
Yeah.
So they've split off and they're about to, like they're kind of falling, but none of them have hit yet, but you have literally moments.
It's like shrapnel.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be creative, but it's not how this spell works.
Give it a go. Run by me.
I have Featherfall, but it only works on creatures.
I'll out.
I guess the first thing I do is I look for the people in the most immediate danger. People who are nowhere near any form of cover or anything.
Sure. So that's probably, honestly, just everyone, because they were sitting on the green watching the play.
I mean,
The only people with any kind of cover at all are basically you, Paula, Dominic, and Sand, because you've got the stage.
Okay, I guess there's probably as many children as I can find then.
Okay.
Just try a cluster of youngsters.
Awesome,
And
absolutely.
I just kind of, I pull you along. I grab you and say, come. And I run with whoever I can find who doesn't seem like they're going to make it there. And I'm going to just prepare a feather fall for when these crystals come crashing down on us.
Okay, absolutely. You hear ringing out over sounds of everyone moving, Burro's voice booming. He's a big dude. to the fort! And with your help calming everyone, people begin to move. What are you doing, did you say?
I'll be with Emmett. Let's go. Let's go get Villain and...
Bilfred?
Bilfred, yes.
It's all right, we're in a tense situation. Okay, all right, let's go. So you guys begin to run off that way. You've run to the stage, you've helped corral everyone, and then the first rain hits.
If you've corralled everyone, then I'm probably in a similar spot, just preparing. Yeah.
As the first rains of crystal hit, small shrapnel shards rain down on all of you and just sort of cover up, and you get shredded, bits of just spots of blood coming up on your arms, but not enough to actually hurt you. As you look up, though, you, who was most focused on what was happening, you see, as though this hole is widening, cracking like a glass pane cracking, just spreading out, a crystal the size of a tree, maybe, comes plummeting towards you, more, breaking off. You're all in danger. So, as those come towards you and that first rain comes up, you feather fall and manage to slow the fall of a lot of them. But as a result, I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw because you weren't saving yourself.
Yep.
You were helping other people. Same deal. Dexterity saving throw. You're on the stage. Dexterity saving throw with advantage. Oh. And you were running. Dexterity saving throw or athletics check because you're running.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
14.
Still dancing.
18.
16.
Okay. Every one of you, as that comes, manage to duck under the spot. Like you guys who are nearby, Felix slows these down and manage to duck under the spot where they're falling. You two, you are running in the other direction, but that means you manage to make it to the street. As you do so, a crystal slams down in front of you. And the building before you crashes down, cutting you off. I'm going to need everyone to roll a d20 for me. 3.
16.
18.
8. Okay. So as you take shelter, Anielloa, underneath Felix's spell, you see nearby, just outside the range of that, as this building crashes down, another spear of crystal slams straight into the shoulder of a woman, spearing straight through her, and she goes to the ground, screaming in agony.
Oh.
I'll give you a moment to consider what to do there as Juniper. Next to you, you see that happen, and you also see, separated out from the crowd, not Elise, but one of the girls that he was playing the ball sport with earlier. Mummy! No one seems to be paying attention, everyone's too focused.
I'm going to phase step towards them.
Okay.
I'm not sure how far away they are.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And then phase step back to where I was. With
Just using both uses immediately?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool, so, Mummy! And you just see Juniper just appears and then reappears back where she was, or maybe closer
Wait,
to
I'm
the fort.
assuming that I would be, I picked them up sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I got what
I did.
appears, grabs them and just teleports.
It'd be great if you
Sucks me in.
so cute. It'd be great if you couldn't take someone with you, so you pick her up and you go and she's...
I'm okay.
So as you teleport closer to Boro is now he's directing everyone and just trying to move, getting everyone to move in the direction of the fort. It comes to both of you, you in particular, as you're moving with Emmett and seeing this collapsed building in front of you. There are only 3 places in the village that may be safe from what's happening. Those rocks, those crystals, will crush houses like the one in front of you. The fort is stone, the forge is stone, and the mill is stone. The mill is right down the bottom of the town. It will take you a long time to get there. The forge is pretty far as well. The fort is right there. But Bilfred and Fenelon are at the forge. Well, Fenelon was running that.
So the buildings come down and it's blocked the street between
Yeah.
us and them. Is Emmett with me or with Fenelon?
Yeah, he's with you. He's like, no, so what do we do? Help me! Starts like trying to clear it out of the way.
It's alright, the forge will be safe. She'll get there in time. Let's make our way to the fort. Grab as many people with us as we can.
Make a persuasion check.
We're
for me.
moving.
I'll get to you in just a moment.
18.
18?
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, so she's tough. She'll be right. Okay, let's go. And he keeps glancing over his shoulder, but he begins to run.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go and help her.
You're gonna go and help her?
I'm gonna look at what has happened. Is she gonna die?
Make a medicine check for me.
11.
11? Yeah. If you don't help her. If you help her, she might survive.
Okay, lady.
You see, like, slightly groggy. She's like, it's a really good costume.
Everyone keeps telling me that. I don't understand. Can I yank the crystal out? Do I think that I can yank it out? No. Okay. I'm gonna whip my hair up and just quick and chop her arm off.
All right.
I mean, it's already dangling.
Yeah. No. So you, as she's...
Is it pinning her to the ground or is she just, it's just there?
Well, you said it went through her arm.
It went straight through her arm.
Yeah,
and she's like pinned to the ground, right?
Yeah, it weighs a lot. This is a crystal like this big, so she's like, can't move, basically.
Yeah, so her arm is pinned, like 27 days, 127 days.
Yeah,
even.
and there's more coming.
Yeah, so I'm like, amputate the arm.
Go for it, make an attack roll then. I'll give you advantage because you did succeed on the medicine.
Lucky.
So, I'm chopping that arm precision.
Oh, you got a nat 20?
I did.
That's 3! What the hell?
She is Nat.
I am I'm the anti-cal.
Anti-cal.
I told you.
So, with that nat 20, you just walk up and...
With my hair.
Yep, yeah, just straight through. I don't think anyone sees it because it was a nat 20, but the arm just clean off with less blood than the wound was causing before. Just
Okay,
like a
lady,
trickle.
you'll be fine. Let's go. Where's the fort?
You sort of look around, you see everyone's flowing uphill towards this stone structure at the top, and you're able to kind of move with them. All right, the next of these,
Getting more dirty.
as everything begins to come now, you can see more crystals coming down. You've helped the people around you. How are you going to help yourselves? How are you trying to get to that fort? The village has this main street going up it, and there's buildings on either side. You're currently on the green. You've all started moving towards the village. There's a small bridge over like the river that runs down from the mountain before you get to the main part of the village. You could either go like up the green, or you could try to move through the buildings. There's a couple of other, there's only like, Terrence only has like, I think 2 other guards, I said. So you can see them around, and Burrow is rallying everyone, while Terrence is now just running.
Useless.
Are the guards like with Terrence or just there?
Terrence.
Yeah.
They'd be running with him.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, you could try to rally them, you'd know them.
No, it's alright. They can go with Terrence.
All right.
Look after him.
Assuming I'm still around a bunch of people, seeing wherever you're headed, I'm gonna encourage people to just follow in Juniper's direction. We'll do the same.
Okay. All right then. I'm going to get
Safest option you can think of.
Yep. And you're just sort of going up towards the fort, just going up the main road, moving with the crowd?
Yeah, and I would assume that people would follow me as well because it's me.
Yeah.
I'll keep an eye out for anyone
And you got
who's...
that persuasion check before as well, so yeah. Absolutely.
And for anyone that's struggling, I'll look out for them and help them if I can.
Okay. And you're just sort of...
Wherever this delirious
fort.
lady is taking me.
Okay, in that case...
It's a reaction, but I'm watching for another like drop.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
Just watching to slow it down again.
All right.
I don't need first level spells.
As you begin to move, I'm going to get everyone to roll a d20, and then I'm going to narrate some stuff.
I'm going to run up to Juniper.
Sorry, roll 2d20 and tell me the lowest.
2d20.
Avoid anything that can fall over. These crystals just knock down a house. It could be dangerous for people.
I rolled so bad.
Good disadvantage roll.
Good disadvantage roll.
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
1.
Had to eventually.
11.
11.
5.
5.
That's because you didn't use
Okay.
it before.
See you later.
So, we're in something of a skill challenge right now. As these crystals fall, I want you guys to tell me what skill you're using to try to navigate through this. If you are guiding the crowd and trying to get them to move, it could be persuasion. If you want to try and duck through buildings and avoid things, it might be acrobatics. Tell me what we're doing. But, to add to that, we've got 2 other complications. So, as you, with this woman, are trying to move, the crowd surges around you, pinning you in on all sides. You can't move. As Knives runs up to you and says, avoid anything that could fall over. It just knocked down a house. You look up and hear a scream as 3 people in front of you are crushed under the falling of a building. 3 people you've probably known their whole lives, as just like wood and crystal falls down on them. You hear this humming. You can still feel this vibration through you. One person kind of dragging themselves, but they're not surviving.
Can I direct people away from the streets?
Sure, absolutely. You could make that as a persuasion check, perhaps.
Yeah.
You're all surrounded. What are you doing?
I'm going to. I'm going to yell at everybody to move.
Intimidation check? Yeah, cool. What are you doing? You were telling them to watch out for stuff.
Yeah.
Still that?
Yeah.
Okay, you could make that maybe, that could either be intelligence or perception, your choice.
I'll go perception.
Yeah. Do you have proficiency in carpenter's tools at all?
No.
Then don't worry.
I'm going to try to analyze a pattern in the falling of the crystals, see if there's any kind of method to how it's happening, to see if we can make a safer path.
Okay, sure. I'll say that can be investigation.
17.
17.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
10.
10.
I had to get my stats up again. It's good, but I don't know how good. 20.
20. Okay, so all of you begin to move, Knives calling out for things to move away from. You guide a few people out of the way as a crystal slams into something. Now that the rain stopped, it's mostly about avoiding the large ones. But you still see every now and then small crystals the size of a fist will slam into someone and just take them to the ground, injured or whatever. You're guiding them as best you can, but yeah. What were you doing, sorry?
Yelling to everyone to move.
The crowd starts to kind of part around you, terrified for their lives. They look back and they see a yelling, probably not costume, telling them to move, and an armless, bloody woman
I'm dragging her.
being dragged along. So you manage to push out through the crowd and punch through and gallop up this hill towards the fort. You got a 10. Unfortunately, that yelling disrupts. As you're trying to guide everyone, move. Some people start to look around, and a couple people start to dart into homes to try to grab people. You end up needing to spend time like calling people out rather than just having everyone listen to you. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw. And you were looking for a pattern. You got a 20. As you're looking at and hearing Knives is calling as well, you realize there is absolutely no pattern. This is shattering. But there is something. It's happening in waves. It's not just constant cracking. It's like break. So you start to be able to time when they're falling and are able to like take cover and then run. Take cover and then run.
Yeah.
As you're doing so, you see the old lady, Paula, and the fairly old man, Dominic, staggering across the green, only having just gotten out from the stage, trying to move along towards everyone else. Sand you don't see.
He died as he lived before.
What'd you get in your dex save?
Nat 20. It was 22.
Nat 20. Okay. You don't take damage then. So, with all of this going on, you continue rushing, the fort getting closer and closer. The cracks, something in your ears, still got blood pouring, that horrible noise still going, pulsing every now and then. Everyone roll a d20 for me once again.
Oh,
18.
18?
10.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Disadvantage. should say.
oh, but I rolled so good.
Dang it.
That's okay. That's still good.
18.
Oh, nice.
6.
6.
I got the same number, 2.
14.
Okay, so 6 and
Had
2.
a 19, but whatever.
I rolled a 19 that time.
Focused as you are on calling out buildings that could fall for everyone, you don't watch for yourself. The building above you begins to fall, collapsing towards you. What are you going to do?
If there's anyone around me, try
Emmett's
and
still
push
with
them out of the way.
Okay, not even trying to save yourself, just trying to...
Well, like tackle everyone.
Okay, sure. Athletics check for me then. Juniper, you got a... What'd you get?
2.
2. You darting into this building to pull bodily out this woman who tried to take shelter in her wooden and wattle and daub cottage. You pull her out, get her out into the street, look up, and are just immediately struck by something. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I?
Natural 20 for me.
Do you see this?
Yeah.
You were rolling, you were still looking up, make a perception check.
It was nice not meeting
Natural
you.
20. Just check, just because it's hard to read. But
It is hard to read.
What did you get?
yeah, it's very, this dice is.
I actually can't read it.
It's pretty hard
Oh,
to
there we
read.
go, yeah.
Okay.
As good as these
what were
dice are, I'm
what
very
did I
hard
get you
to
to
read.
do? Dex save?
It was an athletics.
Athletics check, yeah, because you were tackling something, that's right. Okay, so you, instead of taking 9 points of piercing damage, or bludgeoning damage, or whatever, crystal, it's kind of both,
Crystal damage.
from slamming into you, as it gets to you, and you're going, I'm not going to move out of the way. You see Felix from just down the road, and it just pauses in the air and drifts slowly down, allowing you time to get out of the way. You, as this building comes collapsing towards you, Emmett screams, goes to roll out of the way, and he's a pretty dexterous dude. You kind of miss him and just tackle someone else, but it gets you out of the way.
That's right, I was going for anyone that wasn't going to move.
Yeah, so you end up tackling this old guy to the ground, and he's like, oh, what's going on? Helping him back up. The fort is now only moments away.
Felix is kind of almost in like a commander mode, like, hold,
Yep.
go! Just waiting
Yeah.
for the shatters.
And then, as you say hold, there's another and you see the ground in front of you starts to open. Legs, like a spider, start to crawl out. A little fat body about the size of a small dog, pincers, darts towards a villager nearby. Everyone, like, this is right in the center of all of this happening. You, looking over at Dominic and Paula, who pull up, getting closer and closer, see the ground behind them. Some of the green starts to, like, cascade down as the soil is disturbed. The mountain above you, you see bits begin to slip, and out from the trees, literally out from the trees, legs. Dozens, maybe hundreds, who could know, of these tiny creatures. What are you all going to do?
Oberon's ball sack. This is fucked up. Literally, the fuck. All right. Have I caught up to everybody around where they were?
You're in front at the moment.
Oh, I'm in front of
Yeah, because you got that nat 20 to push through the crowd.
Yeah, right, okay.
And everyone else has been like helping and directing. You're just like, nope, I'm going.
Pretty much. Okay, so am I closest to the fort, tree line?
close to the fort. The tree line's miles away. You're nearly at the fort. You can see like the fort has these like gates for its garden, which were probably once outer walls, but are now like a walled garden.
Okay. So if I turn around, I can see these.
Yeah. Oh, they start appearing from everywhere. It's not just turning around. It's like every now and then a little opens up and one starts like squeezing through, and you see like when you every time it happens, it's like the shattering of glass. You just see little bits of crystal kind of open.
Unfortunate. Don't worry about it.
All right. So what are you doing?
Okay. Lady, do you have a tree that can get us somewhere else?
What?
Oh my god. Just run. And I'll turn around and
She kind of stumbles and then starts to run up the hill.
I'll look for someone that looks like they're in charge.
Uro or Juniper.
Yes. Where is your tree? That can take us places.
We've got
Where is
a lot
it?
of. What are you talking about? We've got to go.
Just in the middle of all this.
I'm pulling out the swords and
Yep.
swinging them in my hands. Now I've got the swords ready.
Yep. All right. So you're ready to fight them off.
Yep.
I wouldn't have a sword.
No.
I'm going to...
And in fact, you keep that in mind. None of you, except for maybe you two, would probably have most of your gear.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm going to maintain my thing of hold and charge unless I see people being attacked. But in the middle of it, looking back at Paula, I keep saying Paula and Dominic, just as a last-ditch attempt, I'm going to throw a minor illusion from behind, just this like nasty scream to see if I can just distract these creatures.
Yep. Okay, sure.
Just for long enough for them to get out of there.
I'll get you to make a spellcasting ability mod check. That. And what are you doing?
D&D Beyond? Okay.
I'm going to
Charisma.
Yeah.
continue to encourage.
Same thing?
Yeah.
All right.
To keep moving forward.
Then make a persuasion check, and then I want everyone to roll two d20s. Tell me the lower.
It's a 12.
17.
12?
12 on the spell.
Okay.
Do you say 2d20s?
Yeah.
And that is a 2.
And do what with them? Take the lower.
It's about time something got me.
What do you get?
9.
9. Okay. 2.
4.
4. Oh, okay.
I've done well so far. It's about time.
And what did you get on your checks, though, as well, was the thing? So you got the 12 for the...
I got the 12 for the minor
you-
illusion.
17.
Persuasion? 17. You weren't doing a check, and you were...
Where the fuck is your tree?
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go.
There's 10 of them.
This conversation's going to get it.
Sorry, it's 2?
Yeah. No, 8.
8.
9.
9, okay. As you say, we've got to go. One of the banners stretched between the buildings is split by a small crystal and falls down and begins to kind of tangle you up as you're moving. You'd find yourself all wrapped up in this tangling clothesline. What'd you get?
2.
Just as you tackle this guy out of the way, you roll to the other side, look up, building falling down towards you once again. What did you get?
4.
4. Looking at the green, seeing it cascading away, you feel the hill under your feet begins to slip as the ground below you begins to move as well. And what are you doing? You got 2? As the building falls towards him, distracted by the conversation going on, looking around for something to do, casting the illusion, you look back and see the same building falling towards you as was falling towards Knives.
Can I please ballerina myself out of the way of this rope using my acrobatics?
Go for it. Acrobatics check. You were readying to fight. Now this building's coming towards you. What are you doing about that?
Rolling out of the way.
Okay. Acrobatics or dexterity saving throw. Either's fine.
I mean, running out of the way.
Yeah. Athletics. Or, yeah, just athletics or dexterity saving throw.
Is it just... Yes, it's just the ground under me. Like, I can
It is
try
slipping.
to get out of the
You're going
way.
to fall if you don't do something.
I'm going to try not to fall.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw or acrobatics. Acrobatics. Either choice. No, sorry. Acrobatics specifically.
Oh, no, it's okay.
figuring there's no way he's going to get away from this building. He's going to try to see if he can just watch for an opening he can sneak his way into.
Just like the window.
Basically, that's what he's going for. He's like, I can't dodge this.
Okay, what check are you aiming for here? I'm going to ask you that before I say
acrobatics.
Acrobatics? Yeah, okay, go for it, that's fine.
That's great. I love that.
Oh no, that's a D12. Oh, I was so excited.
If it's...
That's about the same. Where is 12? 2. 12. 14.
14.
Plus 12.
Well, I rolled max on the D12, and then I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so you got a 14 on your acrobatics.
Sorry, 13. I was thinking of the D12.
21.
21.
17.
17.
17.
17.
Yay.
Okay, so you roll out of the way
Hole in the wall.
and just like reach out a hand, going, no! As you see it, the building come crashing towards Felix, who just kind of goes, and then you just see the window just around him, and he's just kind of standing there with like a bit of a roof beam, just kind of on your shoulder, like,
Why are you stopping? Move!
As you're getting wrapped up, you just kind of roll out and keep moving, and
Very graceful.
I'm trying to not fall.
You're trying not to fall, yeah. So just literally, as it slides away from you, you see people moving around you. You pull them along with you, and then the creatures are upon you all as the gates approach. Turning around, you are readying to fight. I'll get you to make an attack roll.
I have no spells.
Ooh. That is a 24 to hit.
24 to hit. Okay. The guards come rushing up to help you as well. There's 2 people who you travelled here with. As people flow through the gates, is anyone else staying to fight, or is it just Knives?
I will be fighting.
You'll be fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make an attack roll as well.
I will be fighting.
I will be fighting badly.
Then make a spell attack roll. You can do...
Boy.
You can do something else if you want, like if you want to do a leveled spell, that will probably succeed,
Heads or
whereas
tails?
you won't have... If you do a check, you'll have to
Tails.
roll.
Tails.
Right.
I'm gonna.
Well, can I cast protection from evil and good on myself?
You absolutely may, yeah. Definitely not. Yeah, okay, cool. So,
I'm going to, in this moment of panic and notice that I am completely out, I'm going to look at Knives, tap him on the shoulder and say, big hero time. And my words kind of almost like glisten
Yeah.
on the air. It's got this kind of ring to it. And bardic inspiration.
cool. All right.
Hear that, Emmett? Big hero time.
Big hero time. Okay. He pulls out his bow. Or, actually, he'd probably go for a short sword here. No, he does start. He starts with his bow as they're flying up towards him. The 2 guards...
I know Cal.
Huh?
I know Cal.
Yeah. One of the guards goes running in with Terrence, probably protecting him. The other one sort of stays at the gate with you, sweating furiously.
What's his name?
Bob.
June.
Terry.
June.
Philip.
Rinse.
Cherryance. Okay, so what did you get on your attack roll? 1. What did you get on your attack roll? You got 24, and you may bardic inspiration it as well if you wish.
Nah.
He's
Okay. And Juniper, what did you get? Oh no, you were casting protection from evil and
Good.
good.
I'm gonna watch his back.
Yeah, yeah. What I'll say is make it with advantage because of the bardic inspiration, even if you're not adding it this time. Never know, you might get higher.
No.
Cool. So, Emmett comes up to help you fight. The other guard comes running out from the building after Terrence is safely in. The 2 forces come up clashing. You push them back as one of the guards moves to close the gate. Burrow on the other side, pushing it shut. These creatures skitter up, snapping at you. You slash through one, send it down. You see one of the 2 guards, fangs go straight into his throat. You see his face goes white. Starts to like twitch, cry, scream, laugh, and then falls over dead. Another villager picks up something, hits one away, and finds 3 of them crawling up him, taken down. I rolled for 3 people to help you, 2 rolled nat ones. But, despite that, the creatures rolled less than you guys. The gates swing slowly shut as all of you holding them back, inspired by Felix's words and your spell casting. As they come at you, you see they start to shy away from you. None of them coming near you. Their fangs seem to just glance off you. And the gates swing shut. Panting, you all begin to move, and Burrow goes, "No time for rest, we must," and looks up. As high above you, you hear a keening cry, countering the dissonance and all of the things that have happened. You hear this beautiful, mournful cry like a breath on the wind. And what remains of the light disappears as the massive form of Eotul, god of the sky, sweeps over in front of you. His fins stretch out for miles to your eyes as he blocks that shuddering hole in the sky with their body. And you'll rush into the fort. And we'll finish there.
What? Oh my god.
What a start, jeez.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next week to continue that and see where that goes.
Wee, 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 wee.
See you next time.
Nice.